Welcome to the next section, countable chain condition in a topological space. So what is CC condition or countable chain condition? A space is said to satisfy the countable chain condition if any family of mutually disjoint open sets in it is countable. That means a topological space X2 is said to be satisfy countable chain condition. You consider mutually disjoint sets. Mutually disjoint sets means they have no common elements. So suppose A and B are two mutually disjoint open sets. Okay, open sets in open sets. Then you consider their they as a set some A comma B, and you can see that this set is clearly finite set or in particular countable set. Okay, so I can say that this whole space is said to satisfy its countable chain condition if you consider any number of any family of mutually disjoint open sets in capital X, then that collection should be countable. Okay, that means some ui's are belongs to tau such that ui intersection uj equal to empty set. Mutually disjoint means their intersection is empty for every I and j. Then the collection of ui must be countable. So this is the condition called countable chain condition. Okay. Now let us prove every separable space satisfies countable chain condition. Every separable space satisfies countable chain condition. I write CC condition, okay? CC condition, countable chain condition. So how will you prove this? It is very important result. Every separable space satisfies CC condition. So I take, let X2 be a separable space. Separable space means it has a countable dense subset. That is, X has a countable dense subset. We take it as D. Countable dense subset is taken as D. Okay. Now we want to prove that if you consider any family of mutually disjoint open sets, right? So I take a collection. Let some H be a collection of mutually disjoint open sets in X. Open sets in capital X. Okay, we want to prove that this collection is countable. We have to prove that H is countable. Okay, and you can see that clearly empty set cannot belongs to H. Why? Because whenever does not belongs to H, because whenever X belongs to this collection, empty set any set intersection with the empty set is always empty set, right? So that will be trivial. Therefore I take take empty set or assume empty set not belongs to capital H. Okay, now I take an element, let G belongs to capital H, which implies G is open set and non-empty. Okay, then you can use the definition of denseness. We have capital X as a dense subset D. Since D is dense in X, I can say that any open set with intersection D will be non-empty, G intersection D is non-empty. Because D is dense in X, then every dense set have intersection with the non-empty intersection with any open sets in that space. So G intersection D will be non-empty. Since this set is a non-empty set, clearly it has elements. So I can take an arbitrary element from this G intersection D. So I take an element some xg belongs to G intersection D. Okay, so I consider the element from G intersection D, which is denoted as Xg. Okay, so what you get now? If you take an open set G in H, okay, then we get an element X associated with the സെറ്റ് ജി ഇൻ്റർസെക്ഷൻ ഡി അല്ലേ. നമ്മൾ ആർബിട്രറി ആയിട്ട് ജി എച്ച് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സെറ്റിൽ നിന്നും ഒരു സെറ്റ് എടുത്തു. എച്ച് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു കളക്ഷനാണ്. ആ കളക്ഷനകത്തുള്ളത് സെറ്റ്സുകളാണ്. അതിൽ നിന്നൊരു സെറ്റ് ജി ഞാൻ ആർബിട്രറി ആയിട്ട് എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അത് ഓപ്പൺ സെറ്റാണ്, നോൺ എം ടി ആണെന്നറിയാം. ആൻഡ് ഡെൻസ്നെസ് ഉപയോഗിച്ച് നമുക്ക് ജി ഇൻ്റർസെക്ഷൻ ഡി നോൺ എം ടി എന്ന് കിട്ടും. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്കൊരു എലമെൻറ്റ് കിട്ടും. ആ എലമെൻറ്റ് എവിടെയുണ്ട്? ജി ഇൻ്റർസെക്ഷൻ ഡിയിലുണ്ട്. ഇൻ പർട്ടിക്കുലർ എക്സ് ജി ഇസ് എൻ എലമെൻറ്റ് ബിലോങ്സ് ടു ജി ആൻഡ് ഡി ആൾസോ. So Xg belongs to D. So when you take G belongs to H, there is an element associated with G such that Xg belongs to D. So this idea can be considered as a function. Ready? So I define a function f from starting from the collection H. H എന്നാണ് നമ്മൾ ആദ്യ element എടുത്തത്. So it is from collection H to our element is belongs to D. So H to D. So I define a function f from H to D such that, how will you define? If you take any open set G in H, then f of G is mapped into corresponding Xg. What is Xg? Xg is an element belongs to G intersection D by the denseness property of D. Then clearly this function will be well defined. Then f is well defined. Okay. Now we know D is a dense subset and it is a countable dense subset. Okay, since it is countable, if we prove this function is a 1-1 function, then since D is countable, H must be countable. Okay, so that's how the proof goes. So we claim that our function f is 1-1. F is 1-1 map. So how will you prove a function is 1-1? Suppose by definition f is 1-1 means f of x1 equal to f of x2 implies x1 equal to x2. This is the definition of 1-1 function. So I take some f of g1 equal to f of g2. For our g1 and g2 are elements from H, collection H. Okay, f of g1 equal to f of g2 means f of g1 is xg1. F of g2 is xg2. So xg1 equal to xg2. Okay. So xg1, what is xg1? We know xg1 is an element belongs to g1 intersection D. Okay. And xg2 is nothing but is an element belongs to g2 intersection D. But you have xg1 and xg2 are same. Therefore xg1 is an element belongs to g2 intersection g1. Because it must be belongs to both G1 and G2. Therefore, Xg1 is an element belongs to G2 intersection G1. Which implies G1 must be equal to G2. Because our function is well-defined function, cannot have more than one image for a simple set. Right? F എന്ന് പറയുന്ന function, F is a function from collection H to D. This function is a well-defined function. That means every element in this collection has unique image, right? So G1 is an element, G2 is an element, corresponding image of G1 is xg1 and image of G2 is xg2. Okay, and now we have, since if a function is 1-1, f of g1 and f of g2 are equal means xg1 and xg2 are equal. So these two are equal means that is an element xg1 is also mapped from G1 intersection G2. So you get G1 must be equal to G2, which implies f is 1-1. Since D is countable, since G is countable and f is 1-1 implies H is countable. So what is H? Arbitrary collection of mutually disjoint open sets